Kia ora whānau. In this session we're going to be looking at two Taonga Puoro that quite often get overlooked and that don't really get that much coverage out there. And the first one is Kū, ko te Kū. And the second one is the Roria. These are other types of percussive instruments that you don't really hear too much about, and you might not very rarely see them being played, but they're as equally as powerful. They have their part in the whole kaupapa of Taonga Puoro, and for me they're beautiful. I really loved my years spending time with these ones and showing them love as well, as opposed to all the ones that you always see. So these are the two that we're going to look at in this session. In terms of whakapapa, this bendy rākau is called kareao or supu jack. Okay, so we're looking at the realms of tāne mahuta, in the realms of the forest. This tauga here comes from the puku of a whale, of a tohora, and I was given this from the same Inuit family that gave me the pūrehua. So our tupuna used the innards to make like a type of string out of the puku or the stomach of a whale, and also the stomach of a toroa. I don't know how to do that at this point, and so I was really lucky that I got given this. So we're looking here now at the realms of Tangaroa, Moana, Wainui, those spaces where the whale come from. There's a beautiful kōrero about the relationship between the kauri and the tohora, and so I always think of that also when we're looking at this, where they come from. Obviously this rākau comes from the same place as the kauri, if you're in those areas, and then tohora's over here, coming in through here, the puku. Okay, it's a very quiet instrument, and how I play it is I hold it in my mouth here and use my mouth as an amplifier. And I'm playing the kū usually if I'm by myself, and again in combination with breathing. And I'm using that to reconnect back to myself in times that I need for that to happen. I like playing kū in the ngahere or somewhere quiet by the moana, usually away from other people, and just to give me space and time to find my own rhythm through the rhythm of kū. Sometimes in combination with ruruku or karakia, and when I talk about ruruku, that's my understanding of nature prayers, and karakia is a similar thing, but some karakia that I know of are more have religious slants as well, and which is all part of it all, So this is the striker. Okay, this is from the wing bone of an albatross, the toroa, the same wing bone that came from my kōwaura toroa. And so I'm still, like most of our taonga, I'm still finding new sound, finding new ways, And so this is very much a lifelong journey. And remembering too, I'm with my puoro mostly every day. And so, I have been for a long time. And it's not to say anything really, but it's more to feel and see that the great potential of Taonga Puoro, that we can just keep going and keep learning and learning more and more each day, the more that we're open to that. I always felt, and I've been brought up to believe, as soon as I start saying that I'm a master at this, that's when the door starts closing to my own way of learning and opening to more learning. And part of it too is to remain grounded and humble in that. And I'm quite happy to keep that approach in my own practice, because it just works really beautifully for me, for our whānau, and for everyone that's we're coming in to share with. So that's the kū, te kū. Pau I te hoku. It's a beautiful waiata matuahirini, wrote with a few other whānau, and it's always been a beautiful one. And the other one here is the Roria. And this Roria is made from rimu, and it's plucked across the mouth again. The mouth waha is the resonator, and we're just plucking with my fingers there to make the drops of water in the ngahere, which I know as ma turu turu. And a few kōrero that I've heard is during the time of our tupuna, when they were travelling in a war party, the ope taua, some of the toa, or some of the ope, the members of the ope would have these. And when they knew that the enemy was close by, they would crouch down underneath the first kind of layer of the ngahere, and they would sit underneath there hiding and communicating with each other through the water drop sounds. Now, each different way that you play it, different sound that you make, the different water drop sounds would mean different things. So there was no need to talk to each other. Everyone knew what those sounds meant, and was a way to kōrero to each other without actually having to say, hey, we've got to do this or do that. I used obviously I'm not in any wars at the moment, and so I used the Roria really just to compose waiata, to keep rhythms almost like a metronome. But also what it's led me to do was to really listen to the mā turu turu, especially going down the Wanganui River, down the Awa, down the Rangitike. Sometimes on the banks of the river you'll hear that, And usually they're coming off a little waiata there, a little waterfall, and then they're coming off onto the bank and then dripping into the water. So those are all our natural rhythms and percussion sounds that we have surrounding us, So, and tapping back into those natural percussive sounds of nature. Because your mouth's free, you can also sing, or karakia, or ruruku, pao, or whatever you choose. So here's a little short one, a little pao, a little waiata around the water cycle. Roria, Roria, pūkenga roi tāruindoi, pairuna o, papatua nuruku Roria, Roria, maturu turu, Roria, Roria. Wai ki luna, wai ki raro, wai ki wa o wai ki roto Yeah, so when I'm going around visiting the tamariki and the kura and the children in the schools, they really love those simple little pao or titis or little songs, and it's a good opportunity to talk about the mana o te wai, the power of the water, and how we are all connected through the waters, how we have water inside of us, and the importance of keeping and taking care of the water that's outside of us, that ancient water, that water cycle that's been going around from the beginning of time. All of this waters, none of this is new water, this is all ancient water. And I love to share that one of the ways we are physically and practically connected is through the power of the water and the water itself. So we're drinking the water. Most of our body is made up of water. When we play our music, that is going in and really affecting the inside the waters, our puna, the waipuna that resides within us all. So a big mihi to these two beautiful taonga that don't really get much airtime, but are equally as beautiful as the rest of the taonga. So Roria and Kū. Kia ora.